Welcome to the deep dive.
Hello.
We're diving straight into a really powerful story today. It was shared by one of you. Let's call you the learner.
Right.
And our mission really is to unpack it, understand its core, and see what it reveals about, well, bigger issues.
Exactly. We've got this narrative about Elias Matondo. He's an Angolan man.
Yeah.
And we're going to explore the key moments, the turning points in his 2 decades in South Africa.
2 decades, wow.
Yeah. The ongoing challenges he faces and sort of what his experience can teach us.
Okay, so Elias arrived in South Africa from Angola back in 2005. He was seeking opportunity.
Just 20 years old then.
Right, just 20. And what immediately jumps out, I think, is that by then, South Africa wasn't accepting Angolans as refugees anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's critical.
That single fact kind of throws his initial hopes into jeopardy right away, doesn't it?
It really does. That's the first key point to understand, I think. He arrives, hoping for a better life. But the legal path he probably expected, seeking refugee status, it just wasn't an option anymore for Angolans.
Well, he's immediately in a tough spot.
Instantly precarious, yeah. And it highlights this tension you often see in immigration systems, right?
It's just that.
Well, the gap between, let's say, humanitarian needs and these really rigid legal frameworks,
Okay.
it forces people into these uncertain situations from the very start.
And then there's this moment, an act of kindness, really, but it also shows how fragile things were for him.
Tell us about that.
Well, Elias meets this woman, and her aunt had actually traveled with him.
Okay.
This woman takes him to the Refugees Home Affairs office.
No.
And she adds him to her refugee family list.
Ah,
But, and this is crucial, under a different name, a borrowed identity.
right. I mean, it's incredibly compassionate, no doubt.
For sure.
But it really highlights the risks Elias was facing immediately. He gets some kind of protection, but it's based on someone else's identity. It's a temporary fix, with potentially huge downsides later on.
And those downsides, well, they definitely show up
Yeah.
when the contract for Angolan refugees gets terminated.
Ah, okay. So the basis for that initial status disappears.
Exactly. Suddenly, the legal ground under his feet just vanishes. It's easy for us to say loss of legal status, but what does that actually mean day to day, beyond just work and banking?
Oh, it's much deeper than just those things. I mean, losing legal status means he can't formally register his presence anywhere.
So things like,
Well, accessing healthcare properly, enrolling in, say, education programs, even just participating fully in civic life.
right.
He essentially becomes invisible to the system in really fundamental ways. It wasn't just some admin change. The whole basis for his temporary protection was gone.
Leaving him completely undocumented.
Pretty much, yeah. No recognized status at all.